We are back, the best striker build to start EAFC Pro Clubs. I've got it right here for you. Your pro's gonna be amazing. If this is your first time here, then I have to invite you to subscribe. This is your home of Pro Clubs content, from 300 Pro Clubs live streams to all the best builds and tips, and a crazy exciting series where we're gonna be playing Pro Clubs in the same room as 11 YouTube creators coming to the channel next week. So subscribe not to miss a single video, and let's get into this best build. Now, 5'6" is the best build to start on Pro Clubs. Don't ask me why my pro looks like David Luiz. I actually haven't even changed him. That's kind of just what they gave me. So I've been playing a few games, and some big tips are to come in this video on how to level fast. It's weird. Don't play clubs. Stick around, you'll see what I'm trying to say. So I play 5'6", 99 pounds, and I'm in right wing. You can go left wing as well, but trust me guys, you don't want to set yourself up as a striker. For those who are regular on the channel, for those who are subscribed, you'll know the name Billy Sees, and he plays in every single record club we've ever done, and he's one of the best Pro Clubs players to ever do it. He's won everything in the competitive leagues, if you've heard of VFL, VPG, and he was the one who's obviously guided me a little bit on this as well, to go 5'6" and to go right wing. Your stats don't take too much of a hit. In striker, you're going to get, better shooting, better heading, but realistically, if you're playing a small build, you kind of just want to use pace at a low level to get in behind. Don't get angry at me. Don't scream at me. I didn't make the game. I am personally more of a fan of the game not being pace-based, but when you're so low level, you want to get in behind, and you want to use another big tip that I'll go into more detail later. But if you hold L1 and release it at the right time, you get this insane speed boost like you're seeing on the screen right now, and you can beat all the defenders even at a level 80 when you first start off on the game. I will explain in more detail later on how to do that. So I'm left-footed, 5'6" right winger, and that is the position that I will play striker in, and most likely play cam in. When I started off, I have put my first two play styles into quick step and rapid. When you're in a club now, you can apply club play styles. So in our club play style, we've got trickster, because as you can see on screen, the fake shot is really cool in it, and it's really effective, and it beats a lot of players, especially if you're playing against an any or not the computer, basically controlled by someone. But just sticking to the pro, I've got rapid and quick step, so accelerates faster and reach a higher sprint speed when you get to that sprint speed. And listen, I don't like it, I don't love it, it's just what I found to be the most effective. So you won't be surprised to see that we've got speed as the main focus. Now, on screen, you can see here that this is exactly what I started with when I basically hadn't kicked a ball. I put acceleration in and a little bit into dribbling just to get a better first touch. Now I've played 5-6 games, I've leveled up a little bit more. You can see that I've gone down this route of getting a weak foot, as it was left over spare, and obviously I've got a little bit in the dribbling with some skill points to spare. So if I had 10 skill points to spend, exactly how I spent them was I went down this pace route here, I put one into the weak foot because I get through and go a lot on that right foot or even passing, and then I had a spare skill point left over for ball control, so I just put it into there. And I think if I had one more left over, it was in the dribbling tab. Now I would improve the dribbling and the pace and get a 5-star weak foot as quickly as possible, because the 5-star weak foot, as I've told you, is going to help you so much in front of goal. The pace is going to get you in front of goal, and I know what you're thinking. You're a striker, surely you want to boost these shooting stats. There's going to be time to do that. But right now, I don't think having +9 finishing, 84 finishing, it's a huge difference, right? But a lot of the chances I get aren't going to be long shot. The way I want to be playing on Ea Fc25, which is crazy to say, is not to load up skill points early into finishing and shoot from distance. I'd prefer my weak foot to be strong so I can have a better build-up play, obviously get that acceleration in before sprint speed, and then probably spend the rest in the dribbling tab. Not so much focused on agility early, but more in dribbling and a little bit more in ball control, so that when I do receive the ball, I'm not just a complete shambles. So for those of you that have played 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 games, this is where I would allocate skill points at the moment. That leaves me with an 82 rated pro after playing 3 matches, scoring 6 goals with 2 assists and a 9.2 average match rating. Now, you might have noticed that I haven't played all of my games in clubs, because now when you play Rush, the new 5v5 game mode, you can level up your pro across both game modes. Rush is everything that we wanted Volta to be for years. I don't know why it took them so long, but finally they've given us a game mode. Now I've played 4 or 5 games of it, and I've really enjoyed it. I can't lie. There's some flaws to it, don't get me wrong, like the goalkeeper not being able to be controlled by a pro is such an L. Like, I don't know why that's not in the game, but it is what it is. We can deal with it. I really have enjoyed leveling on that. It's quick, 6-minute games, it's fun, and obviously your pro is going to level up. I will, of course, do a more in-depth build as I level up and get higher up the ranks, but right now I want to break down some gameplay that I've gone through, and I'm going to give you guys some massive tips to improve your pro's leveling. You can level so much quicker with just a few of these steps. Please do leave a like if you've got this far through the video and enjoy. And if you do feel like subscribing, you know what to do. So I spoke about earlier in the video how the speed boost is so important. Now let's get into it whilst that thing celebrates. You have to hold L1 and then release L1 and hold R2 to sprint, guys. So it's pretty simple. Hold the L1 button on the controller, release it, and then hold down the R2 and you get this crazy speed boost. I mean, look at Billy's player there. He just bursts away and then he finishes with ease. It's kind of tapped. I mean, we're literally level like 82 and look at the speed that you can get in behind to score goals. Of course, the best way to level on Ea FC clubs is to always try and get a 10 match rating, but that's pretty much impossible if you play in the any position. Really annoying, but if you're in any, you won't level as quick as your teammates. It's always been like that, and for some reason EA can't seem to fix that problem, and it really isn't fair. So just keep an eye on that. If you're leveling slower than your teammates, that's the reason why. And we have found that the quickest way to level is actually to play rush, but more on that in a minute. So getting your rage quits in will obviously help, scoring as many goals as possible to level quickly, but it's not always going to get you a 10 match rating if you haven't got good stats and people quit early in the game. Then yeah, you're not going to get it. The speed boost thing is absolutely just insane, and then we've just been sweating every goal like you can see on screen. Now, I did speak a bit earlier about a weak foot, and I want to show you this clip where I'm in behind, and I just don't even trust my pro to shoot on his right foot. I cut in here, and I try to sweat it across because I think he's going to try and shoot with his right. That weak foot just isn't the one. I can't get on board with it. So that's why I try and put my points early into getting a 5-star weak foot. And even there again, I don't trust my player to shoot. And that's kind of why I don't put my skill points into finishing. I think finishing's already good enough. I'm going to try and pass the ball as many times as possible because I don't want to be shooting from far out. And as you can see, the finishing is fine. Like, I'm on my left foot there, my stronger foot, and it goes into the top corner with ease. And yeah, that's like my first ever game. So you can still score without putting all of your skill points into finishing, guys. So don't be fooled into thinking a striker you should just have finishing, heading and all those obvious things. They're not always the right ones. You can see that we get in behind a lot with through balls, although it didn't work there because the triangles are so inconsistent. But through balls and then sweating the ball to a teammate and scoring across the face of goal. Now, I want to talk to you guys about the fake shot. 99% of you will know how to do a fake shot. It's the easiest skill move to do, but if you do have the trickster skill setting on for your team instead of just you, like the playstyle trickster, you can do a crazy cool fake shot like you saw in that clip there. So I'm running down the touchline and you kind of do a different style fake shot, and it's really effective. We scored a lot of goals doing it today, and I would really recommend getting that on as a team, I guess, playstyle, which you can now do for your club. But like I said, guys, the new game mode rush is the fastest way to level. I can't believe we've had to wait this long for it to be this. I mean, this is what Volta should have been. This is what Volta should have been. We wanted Volta to basically be pro clubs, but it wasn't. You had a different pro and it was all strange. Now, it's still flawed, like I've touched on in other videos. They should 100% make it so that you can control the goalkeeper. You should also be able to, you know, find games a little bit easier. It's a little bit difficult, and I do worry about the longevity. Obviously got sent off in my first 2 seconds of playing, but this is the way to level, guys. You get a 10 match rating so much easier because you're just scoring so many more goals. Like, I think I got 6 goals in my first game. Then you just automatically get that 10, and then that levels your pro quicker. I think it's really fun. Give it a try, guys. I do hope some of these tips have helped you. Rush, for me, at least at the start of this game cycle, has been so much fun. Look at that goalkeeper. What's he doing? What is he doing? So there's some massive tips to help you guys level. There's the best build to start your journey on Ea FC Pro Clubs. I have been JCC. If you've enjoyed this video, please do leave a like. Consider subscribing to the channel, because you don't want to miss what we've got coming. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one.